morning, everybody. This is Church Girl, Pat Cummings, back in the kitchen once again. Thanking the Lord for blessing me to be able to get back in my kitchen again. First of all, I want to thank each of you for praying for me. Continue to pray for me, that the Lord touch my body and continue to heal my body. I'm just so glad to be back in the kitchen. And today, Church Girl is going to be making some cream-style homemade corn fresh from the cob. I'm going to be roasting a whole chicken. And I'm going to be cooking some fresh peas, purple hull peas that I took from the freezer, as well as some okra and some homemade cornbread. And as you know, I always keep brown rice already cooked and on hand. That being said, I'm going to get started. Church Girl is back in the kitchen again. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, over here, I'm going to show you this really nice corn. They had a really nice sale on the corn, 15 ears for $5. So my husband bought me 15 big ears of corn. And I absolutely love corn. I have plenty of corn in the freezer, but I just couldn't pass up getting some fresh corn right out the store. I do have plenty in the freezer as well. And over here is my fresh peas that I also had in the freezer. I always put up purple hull peas, black-eyed peas, and crowder peas each year. And over here is my whole chicken that I already washed up really good. I'm going to go ahead and get it in the oven so it can roast up. There you have it. Church Girl's making cream style. I'm going to cream this corn from the cob here, wash it and soak it really good, and cut it from the cob. And I'm going to be creaming it up, frying it, southern style. And as well as my peas there, my okra, and cornbread. There you have it. I'm going to go away now and get everything prepped up. See you soon. Okay, I'm back now. I have my chicken already here. I'm going to be putting this chicken in the oven and roasting it. I seasoned this chicken with some roasted garlic, rosemary, and sea salt. I also put in some dry garlic, as well as my Tony's Original seasoning right here. Tony's Original seasoning, this is where I got my salt from. And as well as some mixed seasoning that I love to put on all my meats. And I cut up some onion on this chicken. I'm going to roast this chicken whole in the oven. And these are just few pieces of green peppers. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover this chicken. It looks really good. I'm going to get it right over in the oven to roast. And here's my peas, my fresh peas here. Go ahead and get them off in the pot really fast. This is my fresh peas I had in the freezer. They was already washed really good. And I rinsed them again. I always rinse them before I cook them again. Anyway, so now I have smoked turkey already in the pot. There you have it. There's my peas. I'm going to get them going. And now I'm going to get the top over on this chicken and get it straight over in the oven. And over here, you'll see my corn. Get the top on my chicken. Here's my corn. I'm going to go ahead and get this corn all creamed off the cob. I cut it off the cob in the cream style. I'm going to get it all fried up. I'll be back once I get my corn off the cob and let you see how things are coming along. Here's my chicken. My nice roasted chicken here. Got to get it in the oven just like so. Always season your roasted chicken any way you want to season it. And put it right in the oven. You can cook it with the top or without a top. It's just up to you when you're roasting your chicken. Okay, when you're roasting chicken, you also don't want a lot of water in it because I want to roast it. It's going to cook down and make its own juices anyway. Now I'm going to cover my peas. I'm going to get my peas all covered up here. And get my corn all creamed up. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to get my Chinese potatoes. They're white potatoes in the oven. I wash them really good. And I put just a tiny bit of olive oil or any oil that you have on your potatoes. And I rub my potatoes really well with just a tiny bit of oil. And then I put it in the oven. And I let them bake in the oven. But I like to always wash them really good and just coat them very lightly with a very lightly thin of oil. Any kind of oil would do. Then I roast them, get them off in the oven. These potatoes, as I said before, these are called Chinese potatoes. And sometimes the sign have Chinese and Japanese name both on the sign at the market. So they are China potatoes. but the market signs say China and Japanese white sweet potatoes. They're very, very good. I'm going to get these potatoes over in the oven, and then I'm going to get my corn creamed up. Now I'm back. This is my beautiful corn. I'm not going to fry all of it. I have about 7 or 8 ears here. I'm going to cream this corn. I've already started to cream a little bit of it from the cob. And I'm going to show you how I cream one, and then I'll go away and finish it up. Wash your corn, soak it really good, and wash it really well. Get you a nice knife that you're comfortable with. I have a smaller knife here, and I also have a larger knife. I don't like knives, so I'll be very careful. And the cream corn from the cob, you take your corn, put it down inside a bowl, and you take your knife, and you do not cut the whole grain from the cob. You cut half grain. You cut it on a half grain because you want the corn to be creamed. If you cut the whole grain, your corn will not be creamed. It'll be whole grain. So I want to cream this corn when I fry it. So you go in and you just go around the cobs very slowly, very careful with the knife, and you cut on a half grain, just like so. I'm going to show you what a half grain look like here. See this corn here in my hand? That's cut on a half grain. That's not the whole grain. Half grain. You do that all the way around the corn, and then you go back around it a second time and take off the other half. And that's called creaming the corn from the cob as you cut it from the cob. Just like so. You go around a second time. Be very careful not to cut the cob. See, just like so. Second time around. You go back around it and just get close as you can to the cob without cutting that cob, because you do not want any cob in your corn. Just like so. Okay? And then when you get all the corn cut from the cob in a cream style way, you go in, and I use a spoon, just like this. I get a spoon, and then I go back around the corn. So let me get the rest of this off. I go a little close because I'm used to cutting it, but just make sure you do not cut that cob, okay? Get the corn off, and then I take a spoon, and then I go in, and I slowly go down the corn, just like so, because I want to get the extra juice, which I call the milk from the corn. This is what's going to help cream the corn up as we fry it really, really good. Now take all the extra juice from the corn. See this? That's good for cream the corn. That's taking the extra juice from the cob, just like so. You go all the way around, very lightly. You do not want to get any cob in your corn. Okay, you can hold it up just like this. Or you can hold it down close to the bowl because you do not want corn popping all over the place. After you finish doing that, you all finished, put it to the side, and you get another one. That's how you cream corn from the cob. Okay, I'll be back when I get all this corn all creamed off the cob. Okay, got my corn all prepared here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on. I don't know if you can see how it's creamed up, but I got creamed it off the cob, and then I went in and added some water and a little milk to it because I wanted some more juice. And I just took my time for about 5 minutes, and I pressed this corn down because I want to cream it. So I crushed it a little bit more after I got it off the cob, just like so. And I added some water, 1 part water and 1 part milk, because I want this corn to fry down. So I just pressed it really good to get some more juice out of it. It's not going to be watery. It's going to fry down, cream just right. So that's what it looked like with a little juice to it. And I'm going to go ahead and get it right over in my cooking dish here. I'm going to be cooking it in my Dutch oven on top of the stove. Okay, got my corn on now. Dropping everything here. Got my corn all on there, so I'll be back and let you see how it's coming along. I put some oil in my cooking pan here in my Dutch oven. Let the oil get hot, and then I put my corn right over in it. I'm going to cover it and let it do its thing. Okay, my corn looks really good. Still cooking, doing this thing. I cut up some red bell peppers, green bell peppers, and orange bell peppers, which I call my Trinity, because I love sweet peppers in my corn. If you see, you can see all those pretty peppers in there. I like my food to look good as well as taste good. This is cream corn that I creamed from the cob. Bought it fresh, and it's still cooking up. Looks really good. Coming along really good. I like the way it's cooking up there. And over here is my peas. My peas is already complete. They're finished. It looks really good. I have smoked turkey in these peas, and I also fried up a small piece of salt pork that I sometimes like to add to it when I'm trying to get a certain flavor. I also cut up some onions in these peas and some red and orange and green bell peppers as well in my peas. They look really good. They're complete. My corn is still cooking up really good. And my chicken in the oven here, my roasted chicken is complete. It looks really good. Let's take just a quick peek at it. There you have it. There's my roasted chicken. I went ahead and put some red potatoes around that chicken because I had that nice broth in there and I wanted to use that broth, so I put some red potatoes around it, as well as a few strips of other sweet peppers and some onion and garlic. I went ahead and put that around the chicken because I wanted to use that nice broth. There you have it. This is Cooking with Church Girl. Everything came out really, really good. I'm very pleased with my meal. Thank God for giving me strength to make this meal. And I'm very happy with it. Okay. And also here is my nice sweet Chinese sweet potatoes there. There you have it. This is Cooking with Church Girl. Okay, I'm back. My meal is all complete now. My roasted chicken, my fresh corn, cream corn from the cob, and my fresh peas here, purple hull peas, and my baked sweet potato, Chinese white sweet potatoes. There you have it. This is Cooking with Church Girl. I roasted my chicken in garlic and onion and other seasoning that I like. Also put my stapler in there, my onion mix. And I decided to go ahead and drop down some red potatoes I cut in half, along with some bell peppers, put around that chicken so I can use that nice broth up. So they'll be very tasty. I want to use that broth, so I decided to go ahead and drop down some red potatoes around it. And there you have it. This is Cooking with Church Girl. My fresh corn here, my purple hull peas that I had in the freezer. And I seasoned it with some smoked turkey, and I also cooked up a small piece of salt pork that I sometimes like to put in my peas because I'll be looking for a certain flavor. I cut up some onion in those peas, as well as some bell peppers in those peas. There you have it. This is Cooking with Church Girl. Thanking the Lord for blessing me to make another meal. Until next time, I'm going to bid you good evening. This is Cooking with Church Girl. Bye.